Hi, Sparkle Babe. Welcome back to another episode of the Miata Shante podcast. I am your host, Miata Shante. And if you are new here, babe, welcome to the Sparkle Party. Here we focus on personal development, spiritual development, and all things bettering you so that you can sparkle on purpose. Yes. Come on, Sparkle. Are you here today? Just let me know that you're here. Put I'm here. I am here. I am in the room. Okay. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being you. Thank you for your power. Thank you for your creativity. Yes, you. Thank you. Thank you for just being an addition to goodness. Being here in this place is just welcoming the goodness that is out there. And there are still good people out there. There are. There's a lot of good people out there. It may not seem like it because the world is just whirling right now, but there's a lot of beautiful people out there, and situations do not make you. You've already made you. You've already stood in you. And these situations, these experiences that we go through does not make us. And I just want to say that loud and clear because we have to celebrate ourselves. We have to celebrate who we are. We have to celebrate where what we're going into and where we've come from because it's a lot. It's a lot and it can be a lot. And okay, y'all, let's get into it a little bit. I want to talk about being your own support because sometimes more than not, we have to support ourselves when we don't know how to express ourselves to get the true words that we need, the true hug that we need, the true just prayer and energy that we need to keep going and going and going. We have to learn how to support ourselves. And don't get me wrong, when you think about this and you just think about how much you support yourself and how much you don't support yourself, and it can be challenging to just support you and all things that you want to do because it's, oh my God, I got to implement this, or oh my God, I got to implement that. And how am I going to do this? How am I going to make this fit? Because I want to do this. I want to go back to school. And it's just so much ongoing to where we don't really say, how can I support me? Is it just by sitting with myself for 10 minutes? Is it by standing in the mirror and speaking affirmations to myself so that I can see myself? Speaking quietly to myself with my spirit by meditating. There's so many different ways that we can support ourselves. And when we receive the support of other people, it's just an addition to what we're already giving ourselves. And so oftentimes we forget that people see what you give to you first. So whatever you give to you, that's what's going to be seen. If you love yourself, it's going to show. If you support yourself, it's going to show. If you have peace within yourself, it is going to show. And that energy is just going to be reflected. Because I was out eating with a friend. And have y'all ever noticed this? I don't know. It was weird. But I just noticed like when I pick up my cup, somebody else will pick up their cup and drink, and it's like we are unconsciously doing it. We're not like thinking about it, but it's like, did I really need a drink? Because she kind of picked up her drink and then it's like sometimes we mirror each other. And so that just made me think like, okay, my energy is exchanged. You know what I mean? Like unconsciously without me thinking about exchanging energy, it's exchanged. Like people can feel you. They can feel you. So just imagine if other people can feel you when you sit down to connect with yourself. Imagine what can be felt to be healed, to be supported, to be forgiven. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest word that is needed, is forgiveness of yourself because we can't move on from certain places in our life until we forgive ourselves, until we acknowledge that. You didn't know what you knew now. You wasn't in a place then where you know right now. And even if the same patterns are repeating themselves and you do notice the patterns, respond differently to the patterns. You know what I mean? Don't beat yourself up just by, oh, here I go again. I'm feeling this certain type of way, so I'm reacting in this way. You know what I mean? And once you acknowledge that, it's like, okay, let me support myself enough to see what is going on. Why am I responding this way? And how can I respond in a way to where it's solutionary for me? And not everybody has to understand. Because I feel like we try to be, as humans, we try to be understood so much to where we don't even recognize who we truly are. We just want to be understood. But it's like, if you're not developing personally in the most healthiest way to support yourself on your journey and really acknowledge what it is that you're desiring to manifest, and staying connected with that and in tune with that, by being in tune with you and connecting to all the parts of you, no one will ever understand you. Because just like you can have a dream inside of you, like for me, I have a dream inside of me. Like my dream is big. And when I think about my dream, I'm like, girl, what? Like, where is this coming from? But me explaining my dream, a lot of people not going to get it. That's why a lot of people are at jobs and the managers um don't really understand how, the people that are under them think. Because you got to think about it. If you have a CEO, their mind frame is different. They have a totally different mind frame than the manager. The manager has a totally different mind frame than the employee. That's maybe working the floor or doing whatever they're doing. So everybody's level of thinking is different, because I'm not going to think like a CEO if I'm a manager, because I'm managing everything. I am not making the decisions that a CEO is going to make. And so you have the employee under the manager, and the CEO may be looking at them to coach them, but they're not going to understand it until they start thinking like a CEO to really see what the CEO is talking about, what the CEO is saying. You got to shift your mind frame. So it's not that and a lot of people tend to go against CEOs and go against people that own their own businesses when they're an employee for them. But it's like, you're not going to understand that vision until you're in that seat and you're being able to coach other people through your vision. And then your mindset shifts. So when your mindset shifts, you can then offer a different part of yourself, a different version of yourself, because you have to remember that CEO was an employee. That CEO could have been a manager, but what did they do differently? They may have developed a different strategy. They may have supported themselves. They may have took on a different, aspect of looking at things and responding to things, and just shifting their mindset in a way to where they can see what they want to manifest way more than the situation that they're in. So supporting yourself is 100% important in everything that you do, because you have to stand with you, and you have to build that self-trust, that if I say no to this person and I let them know I don't want to be in their life anymore, if they take it personally, that's not on you. You're just setting that boundary to know what you need. And it's okay to express what you need. I'm here to tell you, it's okay to express what you need. If you don't want to answer the phone, don't. If you don't want to go out, don't. Support you. You need you. And at the end of the day, when you go out with that person and y'all part ways, who's going to be left with you? You. So it's so important for us to understand what it is that we're needing in each season of our life, and not just necessarily understanding what we're needing, but understanding the transition that is needed to cultivate a different version of yourself. And when you, like, for instance, you're at a job and you get a promotion, they see another version of you. You presented another version. So it's like outside of that, and you're cultivating your own space. See another version of you. Know that you can become another version. Know that your situations and your experiences was a different version of you. So who are you today? Who are you right now? Who do you desire to become? And it's not desiring to become anyone, it's just connecting more with yourself so that you know how to extend yourself, so that you know how to set bigger boundaries, so that you know how to support yourself and give yourself what you need in different seasons and different moments of your life, because sometimes you just may need quiet time. Sometimes you may need to sit with somebody. Sometimes you may need a lot more laughter or whatever it is. And I had to come to terms with realizing with myself, like, when I don't want to go out or I don't want to be around people or I don't want to talk to nobody, that's myself desiring to connect with myself. Instead of, getting angry or feeling like, oh, am I getting back depressed, or am, over analyzing it and questioning it, but just receiving, okay, I need some time with me. I need to take me a nice bath. I need to, just relax. I need to get in tune with me. And it's so important to realize what our body is yearning for, what our mind is yearning for, and what our spirit is yearning for, because it's all a balance. We all have to learn how to balance that, because everything is wanting something at a different time. Your spirit may be designed, desiring you to meditate, but your mind is like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. You know what I mean? And your body just may be exhausted. So it's, what are you going to pay attention to more to support yourself in, to rejuvenate and restore? Because we have to restore and rejuvenate everything daily so that it works for us. We have to restore and rejuvenate our mind. We have to restore and rejuvenate our body. We have to restore and rejuvenate our spirit every single day. Just like you have to do maintenance on a car, you have to do maintenance on your mind, body, and soul, because it just extends you out to, be in more places, around more people, and just around opportunities that's going to align with your growth, where you are. The universe knows when we match ourselves and connect with ourselves, the universe is like, they get it. Now let me put this right here. God is like, okay, let me give you this, because this is the moment that I've been waiting for you to connect with this right here, so that I can give you this, because you're ready for it. You are ready for it. You ready for that business. You ready for, this marriage. You are ready. And I'm going to sit this right here in front of you. And you may look at it and be like, ooh, I don't know. I don't know. This going to be a lot. But you're ready for it. And I feel like we can never be ready, but we can always prepare. We can always prepare ourselves. Like, I try to prepare myself in the morning by meditating and say, hey, I'm going to just meditate. I'm going to just sit here with myself. I don't know what I'm preparing for, but I'm just preparing my spirit, preparing my mind, preparing my body to just receive what I need to receive and let go of what I need to let go of. And it's like certain places, like, I don't know if I've said this before, but like, I'll go in certain places and my body just start hurting. And I'm like, ooh, like, why am I hurting every time that I come in here? Like, my body is just hurting. And it's like, my body can feel the tension of an environment. Your body can feel it. It's like, I don't know, y'all. We gonna get into that another day, but yeah, like, listen to your body. That's all I'm gonna say. Are you here? Hey, if you're here, let me know if you're here. But yeah, I just felt on my heart to just express to y'all, like, support yourself. If you don't do nothing else, if you don't take nothing else away from what I've said, support you. You are all that you have. And if nobody can express to you that you have purpose, you have to know that you have purpose. You have to believe that you have purpose. And you have to see your purpose before anybody else can see it. And you have to move through it before anybody else can move through it. And I know it's hard sometimes dealing with difficult people, dealing with difficult situations, but you have power. We all have power to overcome. We all have power to change. We all have power to restore situations and experiences and even other people. We can restore by just speaking life. We can restore by just shifting the room. We can restore just by being who we are and showing that your spirit is divine. Your mind is a space of creativity. Your heart is so powerful. And when you begin to move through your body, move through your soul and just flow with that, oh my God. Oh my God. The beauty of life just reveals itself because it's already there. It's just waiting on us to let go of the experiences, let go of all the things that have brought bondage to us, that has just put handcuffs on us to believe that we're stuck here. No, we're not stuck. Although a tree is standing right there and it's been right there for years, what does it still do? It grows. You can't do nothing but grow through every experience, through every challenge. Don't let it break you, but let it make you enough to support yourself and say, hey, I got this. My mama always tell me, you got this. You got this. Like, and I don't care what I go through and what I call her and vent about. At the end of the day, I tell myself she gonna tell me, you got this. So I'm telling you, you got this. Believe in you, babe. Support you because you got this. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope it resonated with you. I hope you love yourself even more. I hope that you support yourself even more. I leave love with you. I leave peace with you. I leave joy with you. And I just hope that you gravitate to opportunities that is aligned with you and you see yourself bigger than what everybody else around you sees because you got it. And I want you to sparkle on purpose. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful week. Celebrate you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.